So, how are you feeling?
Great. Well, it is. I mentioned to Jonathan, it's just unbelievable. You get into that really tense end of the season, and then when the final whistle went, we're just focusing on next campaign, and it seems that we're never in danger of losing the status in the Premier League. It's just, and now it is a real feel of satisfaction, because I feel that the players and the football club as a whole, we got a lot of credit from the outside. I've never seen a team that fighting to avoid relegation, it had so many neutrals saying that the way we've been playing this season, we deserve to get out, and that's been. I always felt that we should be that sort of side. We should be that sort of football club where the neutral gets attached to, and they feel that they understand the story that we are, and not like the opposite. I felt a couple of looking back, we were always all too easy, an easy target, always the negatives, the empty seats, and this what they're doing here in the Premier League. And I think we changed that. I think now the people get excited about Wigan Athletic because they're a great story, and the way they try to play football, how brave they are, and I think that's probably the best feeling out of the whole season. The biggest thing is that the way I want the team to play needs to be able to think. I know it sounds stupid, but the way we play, we have to have a clear understanding between the players. It's not just good of having good individuals and relying on a system. Okay, that's the way we're playing. Really rigid. You're doing your job, and that's it. We need to think. We need to know how to stop the position. We need to know how to keep the ball, and we had a cultural difference in the team. An early part in the season, you could see that. And when last season, even when we had an adversity, we couldn't find a solution. We folded. If everything was going fine, okay, but when we had an adversity on the pitch, we folded. And the first 5 months, we developed something special in that training ground. And we got, different characters and different nationalities, but now they work together as a team. And you're looking at the performances, it's just, I know, looking back now, the point at Aston Villa, the point against Everton, the point against the Spurs, they were phenomenal performances. But because you had the fear of losing something, end up in a draw. That, if you are 10 in the table, that's a victory. Then you see Aston Villa beating Liverpool in the last game of the season. You see Everton beating Chelsea and Manchester City at home. You're playing teams that they are at the peak of their season, and the way we performed was of a great level. And it's because we click as a team. We were a team. We were prepared to die for each other. We were prepared to go through a 2-0 down scoreline, and we were prepared to play in a manner that we could take any team on. And that's been the pleasing aspect, that we are a united dressing room now. I know that we got saved in the last 15 minutes of the last game of the season, but if you look at all the stats, 14 defeats, that's the lowest number in our history in the Premier League. And remember that we finished 10th and 11th in this league. We had 15 draws, and I think we'll all agree that out of them 15, probably 90% were more victories than defeats. So we were not far away from being a top 10 side this season. So I always believed in the team. After the Aston Villa at home was the lowest point, from my point of view, the lowest that we reached as a team. And I saw with a couple of substitutions, the people that came on, I knew that we were going to be fine.
Do you think we need to add experience to get them victories from draws? Because I've worked out that 6 times we were winning to the last 10 minutes and then we drew the game in the end.
Yes.
Experience is needed.
I think we developed that experience. It would be a big mistake just bringing experience of other type of football, if you want. As I said, we need to be thinkers. We need to think the way we play. We need to think. And I'm looking at young players like James McCarthy. He's only 20, but he's got the experience now. And that's so important, that we develop that experience with our youngsters. You look at Victor Moses. Victor Moses is going to have a fantastic season next campaign, and he's only 20. We've got a group of players, Momo, 23, that they are young, but they got the experience. I just felt that the first 6 months of the season, or even the last 6 months of the season, they've given this squad a great deal of experience. And what we need to bring is players that they can add on in the competition. If we do that, the experience will serve as well.
Do you already have targets in mind?
Yes, we've been working with Jonathan now for, I would say, since January, from window to window. And I've been very, very pleased with the recruitment department that we've got now. We're well ahead. We've got a long list of players that we've been following for a long time, and we feel that they can improve the squad.
Are you confident that the ones that we've got are going to stay?
Hopefully, yes. I'm hoping. Jonathan can tell you better than me. We don't have to sell anyone financially. I can guarantee you that. So, if we make a decision of letting anyone go, it's because we cannot keep him happy. And if you cannot keep players happy, and happy happy means that you as a player you need to see that the next season is going to improve you as a player, and it's going to be a fresh challenge, and it's going to take you into a different level. When you got players like that, the football club goes to a different level. If not, to keep someone that is not going to give you anything, it can be very unhealthy and it can be negative. So if we sell anyone, it's going to be for the right price and in our terms, and that means that the football club will be in a better position. But yes, we've been following a lot of players, and what is quite clear that it's not good of bringing good players. We need to bring the characters that they can represent Wigan Athletic and be true ambassadors, and that's what the hardest job of recruitment is at the moment. But I'm very pleased with the 2 loan players that we had last season, and we need to make sure that the 2 loans that we're going to use this season, they got the same impact, and we'll carry on improving the squad. I'm very, very confident of that. And if we lose anyone, it's going to be for the right reasons.
Is Al Habsi one of the players you'd like to bring in?
It's a priority, yes, as you can imagine. It's a priority. But probably we've been so good on improving Ali that maybe we made the job impossible now to get it back, which is always a problem. But now we're very pleased with the moment, the way that Ali understood what his role was at the football club, the way he connected with youth, with the fans, and then how important it's been to give us points. Because even in the last game of the season, you're looking at Stoke, it's just the way he reacted to the fans at the end of the game. It seemed that he's been a Wigan Athletic for the last 15 years. Even Jesus Silva was at the crowd, and I don't think he reacted that way. But we'll try our best to try to get
is
that.
Mike Pollitt likely to be on the playing staff next year?
We need to. Well, Mike is only 39 now, so it's been his season. It's been very, very good. Probably one of the best seasons. He's improved a lot in the distribution, and I think it's a great example for our football club. Is you're talking about players that are important to have around and have them in the squad. And I want Mike slowly to get the coaching badges and be someone that he can help the younger keepers at the club. But he's got a great relationship with Iñaki Vergara, our goalkeeping coach. But he's been our most of the season. He's been the second keeper at the club, and he's done really well. So we'll sit down with him and try to see if he can extend the stay.
Your 5-year plan, is it on cue? Is it, you said when you started you've got a 5-year plan, so are we bang on, or are we a bit behind or a bit in front?
No, we are a little bit in front in terms of I really wanted to be competitive this season, and I think the second half of the season we've been as competitive as I ever seen Wigan Athletic in the Premier League, and that's a very good sign. But I think we are where we expected to be. Now, next season we have to start in the way we finish the season, and we need to finish top 10. That doesn't mean that it has to be a pressure. It doesn't need to be a disappointment if we don't get top 10. That has to be our ambition as a football club. But we need to realise that staying in the Premier League again will be a great achievement. But internally we need to know we want to be top 10 and carry on making this squad of players they are big assets for our football club. Remember that we got an average of 24. Average of 24 in the Premier League. Only Arsenal and ourselves, we are in them numbers. And
that includes Mike Pollitt.
That's including, that's including Mike Pollitt, believe me. But that's where, as a football club, we had to be brave, and we relied on youngsters. But you could see the energy that they played in the last few games, and the talent that they've got. That's going to be the future of our football club, and we'll carry on in that direction.